Mike Trout to the Toronto Blue Jays. It sounds insane, and that is exactly why you need to hear this out. Because the rumors are no longer just whispers on social media, and there is a very real argument that the Blue Jays are the most logical landing spot on the planet if the Angels ever decide to pull the trigger. Let's start with the foundation. Keith Law published a piece in The Athletic, one of the most respected outlets in baseball, making the case that the Angels should trade Mike Trout right now. His argument is straightforward. The Angels are not contending. They are not going to contend during the remainder of Trout's contract. The only logical move is to trade him while his value is high, recoup genuine prospects, and shed a staggering financial commitment that runs at $37 million a year through 2030. That is the context. Now here is where it gets interesting. Trout is good again. Not serviceable. Not quietly decent. He is posting an OPS in the 900s this season with elite advanced metrics across the board. The version of Trout that reminded everyone why he is considered one of the greatest players of his generation is back, and the Angels are sitting on that talent while losing baseball games that do not matter. So why the Blue Jays? Because the fit is almost uncomfortable in how logical it is. The Jays have the financial muscle to absorb that contract. They have a prospect pool that would interest any rebuilding organization. And most critically, their lineup right now is crying out for exactly the kind of middle-of-the-order force that Trout represents. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Casimiro Okamoto need a genuine third weapon. Trout in the lineup alongside those two would give opposing pitchers nowhere to breathe. You could slot him into a corner outfield spot, move Dalton Varsho if necessary, and suddenly this offense transforms overnight. Here is the part that nobody is saying loudly enough. At Blue Jays Breakdown, we have to be honest about the risk, because this is not a straightforward deal. Trout carries a no-trade clause. He has to want to come. His injury history over the last several seasons is the kind that makes any front office pause before committing 3+ years of elite salary. And the return package the Angels would demand, a blend of prospects and salary absorption, would cost Toronto real assets at a time when the farm system is already not regarded as elite. This is a high-wire act with no safety net. But then consider the alternative. The Jays are 18-24. Their offense outside of occasional heroics, like Varsho's walk-off grand slam yesterday, has been genuinely poor. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is hitless again, his OPS now sitting below 750, his launch angle at its lowest since 2022, his exit velocity the worst since his rookie year. George Springer is posting an OPS in the 600s. The middle of this order is broken right now, and the longer it stays broken, the more ground this team loses in a division that will not wait for anyone. The pitching situation adds another layer of urgency. John Schneider confirmed there is currently no clear plan for Jose Berrios, with the front office still in discussions with doctors about next steps. There is no fifth starter locked in. Trey Yesavage takes the ball on Friday against the Tigers, which is a massive series in itself, and Saturday remains genuinely uncertain. Shane Bieber is progressing, another bullpen session behind him, likely 3 weeks away at best. In the meantime, Dylan Cease continues to be the best signing of the offseason by a considerable margin, 7 innings of dominance. Just 1 home run allowed across 52 innings this season. Luis Philando has been outstanding. But you cannot keep leaning on those arms indefinitely without consequences, and the Jays are already dancing on that line. Varsho's grand slam matters, not as a solution, but as a signal. Last season, this team needed defining moments to kickstart their turnaround, and they found them. There is a version of this story where yesterday was the moment the Jays stopped falling. But one swing does not fix a broken offense, a missing starter, and a superstar pressing through the worst stretch of his career all at the same time. The Mike Trout rumor is wild. It is almost certainly not happening. But the fact that it is gaining traction tells you everything about where this fan base is right now. Hungry for something bold, something different, something that changes the equation entirely. So here is the question. If the Angels genuinely made Trout available, should the Blue Jays make the call? Or is the contract, the risk, and the cost simply too high a price to pay?